Hi everyone, author Peter Young. I have another 2-minute book review for you. This time it is Boston Ball by Clayton Trutor. Came out in 2023. It's about college basketball coaches Rick Pitino, Gary Williams, and Jim Calhoun coaching in the city of Boston back in the 70s and 80s before they became famous and won national championships at other big schools. Williams was at Boston College, Calhoun was at Northeastern, and Pitino was at Boston University. So what really interested me was the history of Boston University, or BU, and Pitino. Because when Pitino left to be an assistant with the Knicks under head coach Hubie Brown, John Kuester got the BU job. And then 5 years later, Mike Jarvis got the BU job. So stay with me. When Kuester left, and then 5 years later, Mike Jarvis left BU, where did they go? Well, they both went and took the head coaching job at George Washington University in D.C., where I got to play. So I got to play for both of these coaches. Kuester was not a very good coach. Mike Jarvis was. And so this book quotes some players and coaches who played for and coached against both Kuester and Jarvis. And it's fascinating because their comments are almost identical to what I would say if somebody asked me about them. Kuester was a good man. He worked hard, knew the game inside and out, but he was not a good head coach. He was always trying to emulate his college coach, Dean Smith, and what Smith did at North Carolina. Jarvis had great emotional intelligence, was an effective communicator, and a very good coach. He focused on playing sound, fundamental defense, and his players, they got the message, and we played hard for him. I also discovered some things I never knew, like before offering the job to Kuester, GW offered it to Jim Calhoun, who was still at Northeastern, and he turned it down. And of course, he got the UConn job a few years later and won 3 national championships. The story I had heard was that GW was interested in Calhoun, but I had no idea they offered him the job. So for me, this book is a bit of a trip down memory lane. I lived and breathed basketball back in the 80s, and so this book took me back to those days and I enjoyed it. So if you love college basketball, especially East Coast college basketball, you will love this book. If not, I probably wouldn't recommend it. There's really no fluff in here. I mean, this is serious college basketball history for the serious fan. So there you go, 2-minute book review of Boston Ball by Clayton Trutor. If you've liked this review, give it a like and a share. I always appreciate your comments. You can always go to my YouTube channel and see all of my book review videos. And as always, until next time, keep reading.